$86.19.
It's called an MYJ Family Trust account. Do you have any document indicates any trust instrument?
What I have with me is a signature card and an index card and a long form account opening. The information simply states MYJ, address, the telephone number, and it says type of business, trust fund, plus the name of the signatory, name and signature of the signatory.
All right. So 4 million went into the account.
Yes.
What happened to the monies?
Almost all of it was transferred, and we have vouchers to that effect. They were all transfers. I mean, bulk of it was transfers outside of the country.
Who's the main transferee?
Sorry?
Main transferee. To whom were the monies transferred?
Paragon Title and Escrow Company.
Paragon.
Paragon. Title and Escrow Company.
Give us their full, their address. Who are they?
Stays here, I think 7415 Arlington Road, Bethesda, Maryland.
Arlington Road.
Arlington Road.
Bethesda, Maryland.
Bethesda, Maryland, zip code 20814.
Mr. Sala, with regard to this account, we would like you to assist the Commission with regard to the source of funding. Paragon Title and Escrow Company of Arlington Road, Bethesda, MD 20814. Realtors, it appears, that purchased Potomac for the president. So could you, if you could kindly tell us what the source of the monies that went into this account are, if you have it, please. The 4 million.
When I reviewed the account, all of the credits were cash payment.
All the deposits.
All of the credits were cash payment into the account.
Who made the cash credits?
On at least one of them is Ahmad Hojraj.
One in the sum of, and the date.
$1 million, 19th of August, 2010.
Okay. Tell us who made the other cash payments.
It's interesting that on the deposit slips, there is no indication. Two of them say it's self, whatever self is supposed to mean. The rest are blank in terms of who paid it.
Could you indicate then the officers in your bank who dealt with this matter? When it says self, surely.
Come again?
When it says self, and that's self written on your bank forms, what does it mean to the bank when it says self?
Well, best practice is a name should have been indicated. So when it says self, it's kind of open to interpretation, but maybe you will devolve to the account operator.
Sorry?
Whoever conducted the account, transactions in the account. But I'm saying it's kind of a gray area. Best practice is a name should have been indicated. So if it says self, you may want to believe that it is the signatory maybe to the account, whoever conducted the account.
That is meant by self.
You can give that interpretation, yeah.
Sorry.
You can give that interpretation. It's kind of a gray area.
Yeah, what interpretation do you give? You are the bank. I know you didn't deal with this transaction personally. That's basically what you are implying.
For me, that's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
Best practice, a name should be indicated.
But we know the bank did not apply best practice in this case.
Then
So we are trying to find out from you, as managing director for the moment, if you could be of assistance in terms of the bank's practice when it says self, what we can make from it.
You are asking me to guess? Yes. If I guess,
No, I'm not asking you to guess.
Then, Auntie, I don't know. I really cannot answer that question.
Why a bank officer would write self and what he would have intended by writing self.
It could be the bank officer. It could be the person who brought in the deposits. Again, I wouldn't know.
Okay. All right. All right. Can you tell us the officers in respect of each of the transactions then?
Okay. In terms of the debits, they are fully.
Can you start with the first one because we need to know what happened. The first credit.
Let me go through the transactions.
Yes, the credits. We'd like to know who dealt with each of the credits in the bank because they need to explain to us who paid the money into that account.
First credit, 13th of August 2010.
13.
1-3.
Okay.
13th of August 2010. $800,000. No indication, no name. Same date. $125,000.
Sorry, no indication, no name. Did an officer in the bank deal with the matter? And who is the officer who dealt with it?
That's why I'm telling you, that is not evident on this form. I wouldn't know for sure.
There's nothing to show that the bank received this money and someone in the bank dealt with it, the client?
Oh yeah, okay. If you put it that way, we can establish which teller handled it. We should be able to establish that. There is a stamp and tellers are identified by a number. So there is a stamp and there is a number. And we have the date, so we can establish which teller handled it.
Which department of the bank would this be?
Foreign department.
Who was head of foreign department at the time?
Mr. Ndambu Ture.
All right, let's move on to the next one. We would, of course, like you to confirm the teller to us later on. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. So 800,000, 125.
On the same day?
Same date. 3 separate transactions on the same date. 800,000, 125,000, and 75,000.
Okay.
And they're all the same. No indication. Then we go.
None of them have any indication
as to who made the deposit.
Okay.
Yeah. You just want credits, not so.
You can follow a pattern which is comfortable for you. Yeah.
I have it sequentially, so.
Yes, let's do it sequentially.
Then there is what we call a TT, a telex transfer of $1 million. And now that is, we have all the explanation that you may require on the form.
The transfer to, is it the same Paragon title and
Correct.
escrow company?
Correct.
On what date? The same date?
17th of August here. It's debited on the account 18th of August.
Who gave the instructions for the transfer?
You mean the application or the processing?
The customer. Somebody must have asked the bank to transfer.
Yeah.
What documents do you have to show that?
Yeah, there's
this
an
has been
application
done?
form here and it's signed by Ahmad Khajraj.
Okay. Authorized by, in the bank by who?
By the head of foreign operations.
Mr. Ture?
Yes.
All right.
Moving on the 20th of August, there is a what's this? There is a cash deposit of $1 million, and here it is paid in by Ahmad Hajrat. 20th of August is stated on the statement.
Okay.
Then there is another deposit, $500,000, 23rd of August.
That must have been earlier.
No.
Did you say
20th and 23rd.
The 1 million is what day?
20th.
20th.
Yeah, 20.
Okay.
And the 500 is 23rd. And on the 25th, there's a telex transfer of 1.5 million to the same beneficiary.
Paragon
Title and Escrow Company.
Again authorized by Ahmed Hodroj. Sorry, the customer.
Yes.
And head of foreign department.
Authorizing the transaction, yeah.
Okay.
Moving on, 2nd of September, $1 million deposit, and here it says self.
It says self.
It says self. 7th of September, TT of $1 million to the same beneficiary, same applicant, same authorization.
Okay.
8th of September, $300,000. 8th of September. 300,000 deposits. And here we have two transfers, $200,000 to beneficiary Ahmad Hajrat.
Sorry, Ahmed Hodroj himself.
Himself, yeah, as beneficiary.
It was a transfer, foreign transfer?
Correct.
Okay. What did he give an address for himself?
13711 Osborne Avenue, Dearborn, Michigan.
Can you repeat, please?
13711 Osborne Avenue, OSBORN Avenue, Dearborn, Michigan, zip 48126, and that's USA. And $62,610 to Paragon Title and Escrow Company.
Same day.
Same date, yeah.
Is that the last? You can go on.
$270,000, 13th of September. No indication who paid it. $30,000.
Sorry, 270. It's a deposit.
That's a deposit, yeah. $270,000. No indication.
Who deposited it?
Sorry?
made the...
No indication.
Okay.
There's no indication. Then 30,000. Here you have Mohammed Hodroj indicated here. And then a transfer of $300,000. Here the beneficiary is Ali Mohammed Hijazi.
Can you repeat the name?
Ali, A-L-I, Mohammed,
Ali Muhammad.
A-L-I, Mohammed Hijazi.
Which country? An address if you have it.
You can find an address here. The reference is leasing plane, something, leasing plane, September 13, 2010.
Leasing plane.
Leasing plane, that's the reference.
September
13. Leasing plane.
2010.
2010. Final credit $4,000 into the account. And final debit $100.
Final credit $4,000.
$4,000.
Paid by who?
It says funds transfer. I've been struggling to get background on this one.
It says funds transfer, meaning from another account.
That's the impression I have. Funds transfer in favor of yourself.
That's all you have?
For this account.
So, no, I mean in respect of the funds transfer.
That's what I have, yes.
And a debit of $100.
And a debit of $100.
All right. You said you, at least you implied that you dealt with Mr. Ahmed Hodroj.
Yeah.
Do you recollect under what circumstances and in respect of what business you dealt with him?
No, not precisely. I'm sure it has something to do with account or accounts he may have been managing or overseeing. You indicated that I attended earlier that he's a signatory to KJ accounts, probably Euro-African accounts, I don't know. So he may have been around.
You cannot be more specific than that?
No. Can't even remember the face. Tell you the truth.
You were at the time in what position
yes,
in the bank?
I was. Sorry?
In what position in the bank?
2010, head of corporate.
You were head of corporate.
Yeah.
This MYJ trust account, where does it fall under?
Why?
Where does it fall? What type of account is it?
Well, it says it's a trust account, according to the documents.
Yes. What category? How is it categorized in the bank?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
Well, you know, you have tendered many accounts. Some are corporate accounts, some are personal accounts.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What sort of account is this?
Ordinarily, it should be handled at corporate.
Was it handled by corporate?
No.
You are very categoric.
Absolute.
Why are you able to be so categoric? Since you are rather vague on some issues. You don't seem to be sure when you dealt with Ahmed Hodroj in respect of what business you might have dealt with it. Why are you so categoric that this wasn't dealt with by corporate?
Because it's an account that I reviewed.
Sorry?
It is an account that I reviewed before coming here.
Okay.
I looked at it, I looked at all the documentation. For sure, we would have recalled.
And you're categoric that you did not deal with this account?
Absolutely.
So who dealt with the accounts from at least your review of the accounts?
Well, based on
Because
all the...
I assume foreign department doesn't
Yeah.
open accounts.
No, they wouldn't open accounts.
Yes, so
So
who would have
accounts are
opened this
open,
account?
all accounts are open at retail. But that's just the mechanical part of it. I mean, they do the opening in the system. That's what I mean.
Sorry, who does the opening? I didn't catch what you said
Retail-
about mechanical.
Retail banking. That's a function of retail banking.
So is there any indication in your bank as to who opened this account?
Yeah, I'm sure we can mine that in the system. We
Yeah,
should be able.
please do mine it in the system.
Yeah.
We would like to know who dealt with this account and with
Who
whom
actually
Ahmed
opened the
Hodge-
account in the system?
Yes, who opened the account in the system. Could you also, Mr. Sala, just enlighten us a little bit about account opening? Retail banking, do they have the authority to just open an account and for the account to go live? What is the procedure in your bank that should be followed in opening an account like this?
Is to complete all the account opening forms, all the formalities, present it to the account opening officer, who will review it, vet it, would escalate it to a supervisor or compliance, as the case may be. And then the actual opening is done.
Right. Maybe at the moment you probably will not be able to tell us. If you can, please do so. Who would have been the officers at this time when this account was opened on August 11, 2010?
Who would have been?
The officers in the bank, in this chain that you have just described, who would have been the officers in the bank?
As in maybe who authorized it in the system?
Yes. Well, if that is what should be done, yes. Who authorized the opening of this account? So approximately 3.5 million was sent to the Paragon. Yes, can you confirm? Paragon Title and Escrow Company.
Say that again.
The total that was sent to Paragon Escrow,
Total that was sent to Paragon. If I recall right, it's less 200,000. The total sum, less 200,000 that was sent to Ahmad Hojre.
and
So we'll
300,000. There's a 300,000 to
300,000.
Ali Muhammad Hijazi.
5, yeah, so 3.5, about 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Can I have all the documents? Account opening information and Mr. Sala, the first thing one notices on this account opening information is written in handwriting right at the top, care of Mr. Sala of TBL.
Okay.
Do you have anything to say about that?
I saw it myself. I must have tendered what, 30, 40, 50 accounts, and you wouldn't see it in any account opening form, and it's not normal practice. So I'm at a loss myself. I have no idea.
Okay. Can you decipher the person's handwriting?
I tried myself. I can't be sure.
You can't be sure.
I cannot be sure.
So, Council, let me just interject. Mr. Sala, in banking, preferential treatment is allowed. It's okay. When it comes to the president, his wife, and children, when they're opening an account, you don't necessarily have to treat it as a corporate account. It can be treated as high net worth individuals, which puts it below your radar as head of corporate and takes it into the head of retail banking's remit. Now the question is, in your bank, was it the head of retail or the managing director who looked after the president and his family's account? There has to be an account manager who was assigned. That is the relevance of the question of who handled these accounts. Who was the account manager looking after the president and his family's account?
That would be the managing director.
Transactions. Mr. Chairman, thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted the account, the signature card, basically, and corporate account opening form, as well as statement of account and transaction documents in respect of the MYJ Family Trust account, number 12011798840.
Give me the account opening.
It's right here. Account opening.
Mr. Sala, I would like you to look at these two documents. Even before we admit them. Now, on this account, that is MYJ dollar account, we see that in the account opening document there,
Okay.
the signature form, you have it.
Yes.
Now, that signature is vastly different from the signature on the other document given to you, that is the check. You agree to that?
Did you say check?
Isn't it a check?
Transaction details.
You've seen it?
You're comparing the two top pages.
Sorry?
You are comparing the signatures on the two top pages.
Yes.
You say they are vastly different.
Yes.
Okay.
You agree?
Yes.
Can you tell us why at this point?
Because they are from different people.
Sorry?
Because they are from different people.
I see. Bring the documents, please. Indeed. All right, that's a very clear answer, signed by two different people. But the one who signed the check, do you know if he was an authorized signatory?
I am at a loss when you say check.
It's the same thing, David voucher.
Yeah.
The debit voucher.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay. That is the head of foreign operations. That
Sorry?
signature that you are comparing. You are comparing the Ahmad Hojrot to Ndambu Ture. I mean, they are different people.
But the point is the authorized signatory to the transaction should not be a banking officer. Ndambu Ture is not supposed to sign as an authorized signatory to a transaction that doesn't belong to him. Ahmad Hodroj is the signatory to the MYJ Family Trust.
I think you have it all confused, Commissioner. He is authorizing on behalf of the bank. That's a bank internal document. That voucher
On
is a
an
bank.
account that does not belong to the bank,
I am
he
totally
is
at a loss.
debiting, he's debiting an account that is called MYJ Trust Fund.
Based on an instruction.
Exactly.
So there is an instruction. What you should look for is the instruction. On the basis of the instruction, then the bank goes ahead and raises vouchers.
The debit voucher is saying authorized signature.
That's what I'm
There
telling
is
you.
no room for a banking officer to sign on a debit voucher that is debiting MYJ Trust Fund.
I beg to totally differ. On the voucher, you have, there will be at least 3 signatories. Something to the effect, process, checked, and authorized, along those lines.
And
That is standard.
authorized by is supposed to be who? Checked by is a banking officer.
And
Prepared
authorized
by a banking officer.
Okay.
Authorized by,
banking officer.
why?
I mean, that's standard practice.
Really?
Absolutely. I must have submitted thousands of documents. Just go through it. It is standard.
This one is what? Mohammed.
It says here one to sign. Now, when Dambu is signing this debit voucher, authorized signature cannot be a banking officer, even if you attach the instructions. But he's saying because it's a bank document, maybe in their bank. So Mr. Sala, you are saying if you send an instruction to your bank, the instruction suffices. Even if they're using a debit voucher that sits on the counter for every customer to come and fill out, a banking officer can sign on behalf of a customer.
Commissioner Sen, the debit voucher is not for the customer to fill in or to sign.
Only in Trust Bank. In every other bank, a debit voucher or a transaction withdrawal form can be signed by the authorized signature. So you are saying, just based on instructions, a banking officer can go ahead and do everything on behalf of the customer. So here, what
You seem to be going around.
Where's the account? There you go. Where's the telex transfer? Yes. So this is a telex transfer with Ali Mohammed Hijazi. And where is Ahmed Hodroj's signature on this? The instructions you are saying allow the banking officer to go ahead and sign the debit. Can you show him?
Very well, Mr. Sala, we'll leave it at that and just assume that this is a peculiar procedure, peculiar to the Trust Bank. Now, account opening documents, re MYJ Family Trust, US dollar account number 120-117-984-01 plus bank statement for period 1st July 2005 to 6th January 2018 and transaction details. Admitted mark BB 107.
Mr. Sala, we'll just require the information regarding the staff, the teller, and the account openings the staff that opened the account, if there were any staff that were involved at all. Otherwise, we will now move on to the next account.
Okay. Do you have any preference, or I just pick as they come?
Just take us to the summons in respect of which we are still on the 18th. We still have PEJEP. Do you have the accounts for PEJEP? President's Empowerment Girls Education Project. According to the summons, there are three accounts.
President's Empowerment of Girls Education Project, PEJEP.
Okay.
It's a Gambian Dalasi current account, a Gambian Dalasi savings account, and a United States of America dollar account.
All right. Let's start with the Dalasis. They are linked accounts?
They are all linked, yeah.
Okay. That means they have the same signatories, right?
The same signatories.
All right. Okay, tell us the account numbers, when they were opened, and the signatories. I believe your summary.
Account opened 16th October 2002. Dalasi current account number 10009826601.
Okay. That's GMD, yes.
Gambian Dalasi, yes.
Savings? We want to deal with the Dalasi first.
Yeah, one by one, for their
Okay.
bulk. Yeah. Various signatories over time, starting with former President Yahya Ejaye Jammeh and Mambouri Njie. That's on account opening date 2002. And moving on to various.
Mambouri Njie, what was his title at the time? If it's indicated, that is?
PS, President's Office.
PS.
PS, President's Office. 2003, Aliu M. Ngom introduced Secretary General. 2005, Teneng Jaite introduced as Permanent Secretary. Later, 2005, Omar S.M. Jiba as Project Manager. Usman Jammeh as Secretary General in 2007. Elizabeth Harding, Ibrahim Kamara, Permanent Secretary 1. 2011, Dominic Jammeh as Project Manager. Aliu Njie as Permanent Secretary June 2011. 2012, Noha Touré as Secretary to Cabinet. And here is saying replace Miss Ramukol Sise. So Ramukol must have also been a signatory. So various signatories over the period.
Who were the last signatories?
In 2013, Noha Touré reinstated to his former position as Secretary to Cabinet and becomes a signatory. Noha Touré, Dominic Jammeh, and then Maria Manjai, Deputy Secretary to Cabinet.
Nuha Toure, can you repeat the second and third names?
Dominic Jame.
Dominic Jame.
Dominic P. Jame, Project Manager. Mrs. Maria Manjai, Deputy Secretary to Cabinet.
Deputy Secretary to Cabinet.
Deputy Secretary to Cabinet.
All right. Total funds that went into the account?
This would be from July 2005. Account was opened in 2002, but transactions starting from July 2005 to last transaction date. Total debits is 102,771,447.6. Last transaction date 15th of January 2015. A debit of 90,801.16.
2015.
2015.
You didn't tell us how much money went into the account. Total credit. Do you have it?
It would be a similar amount because the account is zero, the account balance. But again, this covers July 2005 to end of the account.
All right. With respect to the account opening package, what sort of account is this? Is it another corporate account?
Yes, it will be treated as a corporate account.
Was this account managed by your department?
Sorry?
Was this managed by your department?
Yes, this one went through corporate.
Do you know what the purpose of this account was?
It says educational project.
What is the status of this organization, which it appears to be PEJEP?
What is its status?
Yes. Is there anything to show what it does?
Going through the transactions, there's a lot of payments for tuition and also some salaries.
But when they were opening the account, nothing, there's no document to indicate its status.
Aside from it's an educational project, it didn't go further.
Nothing attached, no, it's not an incorporated organization. What is it? Is it registered?
It doesn't say, no, it's not included here.
Is this one of the accounts that was preferentially managed?
At a lower level, no, not special treatment. No.
Sorry?
Not special, as in the other accounts.
So, but I'm a little at a loss because were they not required to at least have some statutory document to show what type of institution or whether it's a legal person, whether it has some kind of legal status?
Yeah. Again, this was opened in 2002, and maybe we are using standards of 2016-17 to review it. In 2002, I'm sure it would have passed.
So all you have is the account opening card, basically.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else you can tell us about this account? Dalasi account. If not, we will have the package the signature package, the statements, as well as the transaction documents. All right, we'll just put them aside whilst we deal with the savings and dollar account.
Savings account opened 16th October 2002. Same signatories. Total debit from 2005 to date of 5,355,166.01.
Can you repeat the figure? Total savings.
Total debit, total disbursement from the account, total withdrawal.
This is a savings account.
It's a savings account.
Okay, you didn't capture the total that was credited, only the total that was debited.
Really, when you get one, you can get the other. It's,
Okay.
yeah.
So total,
Debit,
okay.
5,355,166.01. Last transaction dated 5th April 2017, subject to freezing order. The balance then was 10,538.93.
What was the last transaction before the freezing order?
Twenty-fourth of October 2013, a transfer of 3,785,000, 3,785,000.
So basically, it was not active since this period. It was not active.
During that interim, no.
All right. Balance in the account, if any.
$95.92 bututs.
$95 92 butu.
92 bututs.
All right, thank you. Can we have again the package?
Sorry, we'll have a break now. We'll rise for 15 minutes.
We'll leave it here.